Hey everybody, and Happy New Year! It's 2023, y'all. Today we are going to learn a Cricut hack, and I'm going to show you guys how I do this particular one. Um, and it is how to make words darker and how to fill in words on Cricut Design Space. First, we are going to do First, we are going to do how to make the text bold. And here is just something you guys can refer back to. Right now, we're going to go over to Cricut Design Space and get started. Okay, we're going to do a simple word because it's just simple. We're going to do love, and we're going to change that basic cut into a pen. And then if you want your letters to be bold, and this is just Cricut Sans font, but you also could use any font that you like. Let's say stripped font. Let me see if I can find one really fast. All right, let's go with that one. So you're going to go to offset, and right now it's set at 0.25. That's too big, so we're going to bring it all the way down to not 0, not that one, that's too big. That's too big too. Let's see, we'll take it down to 10, and then you're going to click apply. And then you're going to go back up to offset, and you're going to change the 10 to an 11 and apply it. And then you're going to go to offset again and change that 11 to 12 and apply it. And again 12 to 13 and apply. You guys get the gist. You're going to do this as many times as you need to get your word as bold print as you would like. I'm using a Sharpie to write this out, so I don't need it that big. Like, that would be good enough for me if I wanted it to be bold print. And then you're going to select all of it, and you're going to attach that layer. That's pretty much it. We'll leave that over to the side. Now for the fill-in image. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to choose. Text. And we're basically going to do the same text. We're going to do love. We're going to turn that basic cut into a pen. And you see how it's white on the inside. I think I want another font. I want something a little bit bigger. It can still be stripped. Let me just find one that I actually like. Okay. I really don't like that one. I don't like that one. Alright. You know, I spend most of my time trying to find something that I like as far as strips go. Stripped. Okay. Alright, let's just, oh, this is one of my favorites. It just doesn't look, it'll do. Okay, it'll do. I don't know why my O in love is capitalized. What is going on? There we go. That's why I was looking so funky. Okay, so now because it is stripped, you can tell that the letters are cut into each other, so we're just going to weld them together. And also we need to go ahead and duplicate. Okay, so we're going to set those over to the side. Now you're going to go to shapes and get a square shape, and we're also going to turn this square shape into a pen. And our words are fairly small, but I'm still going to unlock this shape and stretch it out, and you're going to make this line as small as you possibly can, and then you are going to duplicate it, and duplicate it a couple of times. Then let's see if I can select all of them. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And then we're going to align them. And there we go. Now, they are kind of far apart, which is okay. So what I like to do, I wanna scoot them a little bit closer. So let's start up here. I'm just gonna scoot them closer to each other so that when I put the other lines in between, I don't have to use so many, because whenever you're using a Sharpie or a marker, you really don't need these lines to be that close together, because the bleed is going to fill in a lot of the gaps. Okay, so now I've done that. I've selected all, and then we're going to duplicate them. And then we're going to bring those up, and we're going to scoot those in between. And then we are going to duplicate it again. And we're going to, okay, I'm going to try to scoot those in between. Must be touching something down there. And then we're going to scoot those in between, and we're trying to fill in spaces. It's kind of hard to see once you get so many in there. Some of them start to get on top of the other one. I think that's pretty good, but I don't think I need to duplicate it again, but oh well. And now you see I got a lot of lines. Like I said, when you're using, I don't need that many. You don't need that many. But for my letters, I don't think I made it. I think I just made it big enough. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's go. Let's align this. And then let's stretch it out. Let's unlock it. And then stretch it out. Now I'm gonna get me another shape here, because I don't like the little holes that's left. So what I want to do is create another set of lines just to fill that in a little bit. It's bugging me. Okay, so we're going to duplicate that. Why is it way down there? Don't know. There is no need for that. There's no need for that. Okay. I'm just going to pull these over here. Then select them all. And then I am going to align them. Okay, so now we've gotten all of our lines together. You're going to select the whole thing, and then you want to weld them. Once you weld the lines, you're going to bring your word up to your lines, and you're going to select the whole thing and slice it out. Boom, bam, boom. Now, I don't know. They say remove all the layers. And I'm gonna keep this one. Gotta get rid of those, and I don't need that anymore. You know what I should have done? I should have duplicated this. That way I don't have to make this every time. So you guys duplicate it before you do your cutting. And then this has an outline on it. Sometimes it doesn't keep the outline, so that's why I made another one, so that I can put the outline on top of it. And then you are going to attach that. And so now I have two images, both pinned, that we can send to Make It. And we're almost done. So you choose your mat, confirm. I have my pen in here. You don't need to mirror this. You can, however, move these around, which I'm going to do. And then continue. My thing is already ready to go. I have a pen in. So, okay, and so there you have it. As you can see that the lines right here, they look kind of spaced out, but if you refer back to the actual finished design, the Sharpie bled, and so it filled in every space, and it didn't go over each one so many times that you couldn't that you couldn't that it was just like over bleeding on it. So now I'm gonna use these same lines and show you if you were to use like oops if you were to use a Cricut pen, it would be a little different. In fact, I may actually have to do more lines for this one, but I'm gonna let you see the difference, and so you can see how much closer each mark would have to be for a Cricut pen. It also takes quite a bit longer as well. Okay, so you can see that using the lines this far apart will create gaps if you're using the pen. So let me show you. You just need to put them closer together. It's not anything too much different from what you just saw me do. Another thing too, you want to make sure that you get this thing almost all the way closed up until it's a black line, because if you leave any gaps in between, it'll show gray, and that's not what we want. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, so get your line duplicated, 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 boom, 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 boom. You're gonna need like 10 of them at least, and then you can align them. But you see how like they're not equal, and it just makes it easier if they look a little equal to me. So I just move them around a little bit. You don't have to do this. You can put as many lines as you want, and you can do vertical lines, horizontal lines. You can do what is that? That's not. This is vertical, horizontal. Yeah, I can't think about what that is. Hold on, let me help myself out. Oh, my bad. You can't do it. You can't have them like that. Okay, so you can only do vertical and horizontal. Anyway, so once you get that, however you like it, go ahead and duplicate it, and then you're gonna come into your box, and you're gonna place another set of lines in between, and then you're gonna duplicate that, and hopefully you can bring that box up as well. I don't want to come up. Okay, it doesn't want to do right. So what you can do, oops, go. Seriously, okay, duplicate this box. Go ahead and do it like, you know, enough times. And make sure with each duplication you put it over to the side by itself, so you don't be taking like pieces from it like I just did. All right, then you're gonna move those lines in your remember now, when you're using your pen, you want these lines to be really close. All right, so that's pretty close, but I'm going to duplicate this whole thing one more time. I don't know where it went, but I did hit duplicate. There we go. Okay, it gave me a bunch. I don't need all that, but that's okay. And then now you see how close that is. Oh, there it is. How I'm supposed to get it? I don't. How I'm supposed to get it? Everything's attached to it. Y'all see this? We're just gonna nicely move that on down there and work with this one. Okay, now you can take individual lines and fill them into any spaces that you feel like may be just too big. Which there's not a lot here. We've done a really good job of eliminating big holes. Because like I said, with this Cricut pen, it really needs no spaces left because it doesn't bleed. Like, the pen doesn't bleed at all. So if I were you all, I would, well, geez, I would stick with different color markers or Sharpies because they just work better. You're not going to be using nearly as much ink. It's just going to be overall easier to deal with. Okay, so now that we have our lines, it's already selected. We need to weld them together and see if I can find my word. We're going to get us a new word. Just get rid of all of them. Text, we're going to say love. One more time, we're going to turn that love into pen. Make it a little bit bigger, not much, because I don't want to make it that big because we are using that pen and this is a demonstration and it does take a long time. So I'm going to try to stick it up here. Actually, I already welded it, didn't I? I was gonna try to make these lines up here as thick as possible, but I don't think I can unweld it. Let me see. I think I welded the wrong thing. No, it's not gonna let me do it. But what I can do is I can duplicate it. And you see how it's almost filled in, like completely black. Now we're going to weld it. Now we're going to put our letter up here and we are going to slice. And you see how there's hardly any white in there. We're going to not separate the layers. We're going to keep all the layers together and we're going to attach them, and then we're going to send this to make it. Oh Lord. Alright. Let's hide this. Okay, we're going to send just love to make it. And we're going to do this with our pen. And you guys are going to see the very significant difference that it makes having those lines that close together versus with a Sharpie. All right, so hold on, I'll be okay. So that's how that turned out. The only part that didn't really fill in is like the part that's obviously white. So like I said, if you must use your pen, just make sure that all of your lines are really close together and it will fill it in completely. However, I do not recommend using it because this word is 1.5 inches by 1 inch, and it took a good 15 minutes for the Cricut to print out this word. That's ridiculous. The last words I did, they were almost 9 inches long, and it only took, I don't know, less than 5 minutes using the marker. So if you have any markers, please, please use those. Um, I'll insert, if you have a Cricut, they go on Amazon. They do have pen adapters to where you can use markers, different size markers. Doesn't matter the brand. You can use different ones so that you don't have to use this pen for this kind of activity, because really it's just going to use up a lot of ink and it's going to take a very long time to get it done. So I would recommend using markers or Sharpies or something other than that little pen, unless it's very intricate work that you want done. Okay, that's it. Okay, so right here, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with a pen. And these are the results. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all come back for the next one.